Lawn Care Ninjas, what is going on what's today? Pump Monday. That's right, Pump Monday. Hope all you ninjas have had a wonderful Pump Monday. First day to a new week, new beginnings, new opportunities with new problems. Can't ignore or avoid problems. There's always gonna be problems. Anyway, ninjas, I've been just knocking them out, slicing and dicing, whoop-a-cha, you know, left and right. I did this is gonna be my 15th yard. I just pulled up to the last one, and believe it or not, ninjas, I'm being very serious right now. I actually wasn't even gonna plan to make a video today because I had a really long video yesterday. I apologize, it uploaded really late, and it's a long video. It's not a usual video that I do, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? Whatever. I'm gonna just take a break Monday, but something happened today with the mower, and I figured, you know what? When I get to my last yard, before it gets super dark, before I go ahead and get ready to knock it out and get it done and call it a day, I'm gonna make this video because I want to share with you ninjas, because anything I come across, whether it be a customer issue or an equipment issue or something, I want to share with you because two reasons. One, you might have some tips where you teach me something, and two, so that way you're aware that it can happen to anybody, or that it can happen to you, and if it does happen to you, that you know that, you know, it's something that has occurred to somebody else. So this is the yard that I just pulled up to. This is the last one. I have been going solo all day today. It's pretty tall, definitely needs it. It is a bi-weekly. Let me put this gate down. All right. As a lot of you ninjas know, the ones who've been watching the videos back to back, at least the most recent ones here lately, this is a brand new mower, for those of you who don't know. So when you buy a brand new mower, you know, you kind of expect things to work and not have any issues with it right then and there instantly. Well, that's not the case with this mower. A couple of issues the very first time I started using it on one yard. It started to die on me, and it would like puddle, and then it'll kick back on. So I planned on taking it back to the dealership and having them look at it. They think it's the fuel pump going out, and I was like, yeah, well, maybe, you know, things happen, whatever. But the reason I haven't gone to the dealership yet to take care of this mower, I tell you what, let me pull this mower out, is because it stopped doing that. And so I was like, well, maybe it was just a fuel issue, maybe it's bad fuel. And so I never took it back to the dealer. Not to mention I've been really busy anyway. It's just been really bad timing, and it's the last thing I need to be happening to me right now. But anyway, when I purchased this mower last week, I brought it home. I stopped at the gas station, and you know, new mowers, they never come with full tank of gas. So I was like, all right, let me stop. I filled it up. I filled up both tanks. I think it was like 40 bucks. And I was like, all right, I'll be set for a while. When I started to use this mower is when those problems occurred, where it was like, you know, like trying to die on me. And so I think I put like an hour or two, something like that. I got 3.1 right now. Well, I didn't think nothing of it, ninjas. I'm like, well, I'll leave it. So I never really even used it that much. And the last time I used it is when we were mowing those 3 all in one neighborhood, and it never did it. And that's when I thought maybe it's fixed itself. Well, this morning, since it's the new week, right? I stop at the gas station and I put some fuel in the sgninjas mower, put some fuel in Tiny, and I come over here and it was almost on E. Well, it didn't dawn on me. I didn't even, you know what I mean? I didn't think nothing about it. But now I do. Why was it empty when I only have 2.53 hours on it? Surely it didn't go through $40 worth of fuel in 2 hours. But I didn't think about that when I was at the gas station. So, you know, I opened this up and I put some fuel in it. And then I was like, well, let me come to this other side and fill this up keep in mind, still not thinking about why it's completely empty when I just filled it up last week and I've only got 3 hours on it. And so where I'm going with this is, ninjas, more strange behaviors from the Bumblebee, the right ZK. And when I open this, are you ready? Check this out. What the heck is going on? Not only is it overfilled, this one was empty. And it didn't leak because I don't have any wet spots on the trailer or on the ground anywhere. So did all this fuel come over here? Seems like it. What could it be? Now, I have never seen anything like this, by all means, ever, with any of the mowers, with any of the brands. This is definitely a first one for me. Since it is a dual tank and they both get used at the same time, some kind of vacuum somewhere is not right. Get it? Right? Something's not working correctly. And why is it sending from that fuel tank over into this fuel tank to overfill like this? And could this have something to do with why the engine occasionally, it actually did it a little bit today and then it went away, is acting up? I'm losing fuel here. I mean, I've already lost pretty much $40 worth of fuel on this thing. Let me know what you think. Let me know. Somebody else pointed it out in one of the last 2-3 videos. This line right here is perfect. That's where it should be. Full cold right here. This one's just been way overfilled from the factory. And I mean, I'm not seeing any issues with that, but I wonder if it'll do any harm in the long term. I'd like to get this resolved because here's the fuel lines. So this goes to this tank, this goes to this tank, and then they meet with this one, and then they split right here and go down. I'm trying to see. I can't really see where it all goes. I'd have to take all this apart. Screw it. We're already looking at it. Might as well. I feel like something is either pinched. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna get this yard done. I'm not obviously gonna use this mower. Just because also, not just because it's doing all this, but I got the 61, it'll go a lot faster. It's a pretty big yard. But ninjas, I don't know what's going on with this mower. I'm gonna contact my dealer tomorrow and tell them what I have discovered even further. And I'm sure they'll just tell me to bring it in, of course, but that's not so easy to do when you're in the middle of the week, or start of the new week, I should say, and you've got a whole lot of stuff going on this week. You know, not gonna knock anything, any brand. You know, I'm not gonna do that just because I know better, and you know better too, ninjas. It can happen to any mower, it can happen to any motor, engine, it can happen to any brand. But this is a first for me. I have never encountered anything like this. Has any of this ever occurred to you? Not necessarily with this brand of mowers or this Vanguard, but in general, any mower. Has this ever happened? And I checked down here to see that the valve is on. See, I smell fuel now. Yeah, and it's on right there. But something, that's just bizarre. Why would it send all the fuel over here where it's overfilling? And is it pushing too much fuel, or is it pinched somewhere where it's not enough coming, you know, going to the engine, and that's why I'm having those little spur moments where it's cutting on and off? So mystery, no doubt. Answers, none at this moment. Solutions, same ordeal, none at this moment. But let me know, ninjas. I hope you have a good Monday. Hope you had a good Monday. I'm gonna have a busy week all week. I don't know if we're gonna get any more rain or not. It's just been a very, very interesting start to a new week. But yeah. Hey, I turned a customer down today. I had a lady walk up to me across the street from the one that I was doing, and she said, are you wanting to pick up another account? I said, sure, I'm here. Would love to have another one in this neighborhood. She said, it's this very big yard of mine. It's a really small granny yard. I mean, it's small. And I was like, okay. She's like, I'm just getting old. I just don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to fool with it. I'd rather sit inside and drink my beer. That's exactly what she said. And we both laughed. I said, do you have a backyard? She said, yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the front. Come look at it. So I walked over there with her, and she said, and here, this is, sometimes they'll throw this, whether it's true or not. She said, I have another boy coming to look at it, but I saw you and I wanted to see what you think. I'm like, okay, cool. So we walked around and I gave her my absolute minimum price. Remember, we talked about this in yesterday's video. And she said, I think I'm gonna pass. And so, you know, it's just totally fine. I jokingly said, well, what did you have in mind? Just curious to see where we are, because that's my minimum. And she said, I was thinking something like 20 bucks. And I laughed and I said, I think I'll pass too. So anyway, I thought it was fun. She's like, well, let me get your card and see what this other boy says, and I may call you, but I don't really even want her to call me, because I don't really care to have customers like that. Anyway, remember, we talked about this, ninjas. Know your worth and stick to your ground, and you know what you need to make to cover your expenses. Now, would this yard take me an hour? Absolutely not. But you have to have a minimum per yard, regardless. Remember, I told you yesterday, sometimes you will just make barely enough the minimum, and I'm okay with that. And sometimes you'll finish sooner, but you still get your minimum. We'll talk about this in other videos. I've got a lot of topics and a lot more things I want to share with you, and equipment and size of equipment and customers and accounts and all that good stuff. But thank you for tuning in for another one, ninjas. Let me know what you think on this mower, for real. I am bedazzled. Is that even a word? I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this yard done. And
saving green.
We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Peace.